Many African presidents live in luxury, surrounded by convoys of black SUVs, private jets, and palaces. They dine in the finest halls, travel with large entourages, and sleep in mansions guarded by hundreds of soldiers. But not Captain Ibrahim Traoré. While others rise each morning to comfort and excess, Traoré wakes to simplicity and duty. He wears the same uniform every day, not as decoration, but as a reminder of service. He is not a president who rules from above. He leads from among. This is the story of a man who refused luxury to stand with his people, a soldier who chose humility over wealth, and a leader whose lifestyle has become a symbol of integrity in a continent yearning for change. Across Africa, leadership often means privilege. It is common to see leaders distance themselves from the very citizens who lifted them to power. Luxury cars, presidential mansions, and international conferences have become symbols of authority. But when Ibrahim Traoré took power in Burkina Faso, something changed. He didn't move into a palace. He didn't buy a new car. He didn't surround himself with luxury. He remained a soldier, grounded, disciplined, and simple. His life became a message that leadership is not about how much one owns, but how much one serves. Before becoming president, Captain Ibrahim Traoré was a soldier of the people. He grew up seeing the hardships faced by ordinary Burkinabè: farmers working under the sun, students without books, workers earning little but giving their all. He understood poverty not from reports or statistics, but from life itself. As a soldier, he learned discipline, to wake early, to eat last, to protect others first. Those values never left him. So when he rose to power, he didn't change his habits. He continued to live among his men, to share their meals, to wear the same boots, the same uniform, the same humility. Look across the continent. Some presidents travel in private jets costing millions. Their motorcades block entire highways. Their watches, their suits, their homes, all symbols of separation from the people they serve. But Captain Traoré drives the same roads as everyone else. He eats the same food, rice, millet, maize, shared with his team. He walks into crowds without fear, because he knows he is one of them. This contrast has captured the hearts of millions, not only in Burkina Faso, but across Africa. He represents what many citizens wish their leaders could be: humble, honest, and human. Burkina Faso is not an easy nation to lead. It faces security challenges, economic pressures, and years of foreign interference. Most leaders would respond by isolating themselves, building higher walls, increasing their security, and enjoying comfort while the people suffer. Captain Traoré chose the opposite path. He spends his days in the field, visiting rural areas, talking directly to farmers, workers, and youth. He doesn't hide behind luxury, because he knows that true leadership means sharing the struggle. Simplicity to him is not an image, it is a discipline. It is how he keeps himself connected to reality. Every day, he wears his military uniform. It is more than fabric. It is a statement. It says, "I am not above my soldiers." It says, "I am still part of the struggle." It reminds everyone, including himself, that power should never erase identity. Many leaders, once in office, change their wardrobes to reflect power. Traoré does the opposite. He wears duty on his shoulders, humility on his chest, and discipline in his steps. The uniform has become a national symbol. When people see it, they don't see oppression. They see protection, courage, and solidarity. Captain Traoré often speaks directly to the youth. He tells them, "Don't wait for miracles from the West. The future of Africa is in your hands." Those words resonate deeply because they come from someone who lives what he preaches. He doesn't stand on red carpets. He stands on soil. He doesn't give speeches from golden podiums. He speaks from the heart. He shows that transformation begins with character, not with money, not with luxury, but with integrity. To young Africans watching him, he represents the possibility of a new kind of leadership, one rooted in service, not privilege. Living simply is not easy, especially for a head of state. Every day, temptations surround him. opportunities to enjoy comfort, wealth, or recognition. But Captain Traoré resists because he knows that discipline is the foundation of strength. He believes that leaders must suffer with their people before celebrating with them. He has said, "If the people are not free, I cannot be at peace." That mindset defines his leadership. He sacrifices sleep, comfort, and personal gain to ensure that Burkina Faso rises again. And in that sacrifice, people see hope. Many confuse humility with weakness. But in Captain Traoré's life, humility is power. He listens more than he speaks. He observes before he decides. He leads by example, not by fear. His presence inspires respect, not because of his title, but because of his consistency. He doesn't need luxury to prove authority. His character already commands it. That quiet strength is what separates him from many modern politicians. While others build empires for themselves, he builds trust. Captain Traoré's simplicity reflects a deeper vision for Africa. He wants to prove that leadership doesn't require dependency, that progress doesn't come from imitation, but from self-reliance. He advocates for African unity, resource control, and the end of neo-colonial influence. But what gives his message power is not just what he says, it is how he lives. A man who rejects luxury has nothing to lose. And a leader with nothing to lose is a leader who cannot be bought. That is what makes him dangerous to those who profit from Africa's weakness, and beloved by those who dream of its strength. In the streets of Ouagadougou and across villages, people speak his name with pride. They say, "Our president walks like us." They say, "He understands our hunger because he eats with us." They see in him a reflection of their own struggles. He has become more than a leader. He is a symbol of hope. When citizens see him in his uniform, standing tall but humble, they see a future where integrity returns to leadership. And that connection between the people and their leader, that trust, is more powerful than any convoy or palace. History will remember Captain Ibrahim Traoré not for what he owned, but for what he refused to own. Not for how high he lived, but for how low he was willing to go to lift others. He is building a legacy of honesty and service, brick by brick, day by day. He is showing that leadership is not about comfort, it's about courage. Not about applause, but about action. In a continent where many leaders are remembered for corruption and greed, Traoré's name stands for simplicity, strength, and sacrifice. The world is watching. And in the heart of Africa, a young captain is rewriting the meaning of power. While others live behind walls, he walks among the people. While others chase comfort, he chooses discipline. While others wear crowns of gold, he wears a uniform of duty. Captain Ibrahim Traoré reminds us all that greatness is not found in luxury. It is found in humility. And perhaps one day, his example will inspire a new generation of African leaders. To lead not from above, but from among.